Hello, everyone. This is Angela Johnson Ayers here. So glad. Welcome to my podcast. Glad to be speaking with you. You know what? I have been really thinking about some things, and one in particular is my daughter asked me the other day. She said, "Mom, why do you listen to so much sports radio?" And that's something some of you all probably didn't even know about me, that I love sports. You know, I love listening to sports radio. I love listening to the talk shows. I listen to sports talk shows constantly when I'm in my car. And so I love sports, always have. One of the reasons why I truly love sports is because I love to see people compete at their optimum best. And it challenges and it encourages me to be at my best in whatever area that may be. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today, because with the Super Bowl over the weekend, you know, even though in my opinion, the game, it wasn't, as far as a lot of action, you know, people were saying it was a very low scoring game. But however, if you think about it, you know, to hold off, for the Patriots to hold off the Rams from even being able to score, you know, that's operating at an optimum best, you know. And look, at the end of the day, no matter how many of us may not always agree with the Patriots and Tom Brady and everything like that, look, the Patriots just have a program that works. Their football program works. Belichick, Brady, that combination, you know, Belichick is going to go down in history as one, if not the best coach, one of the best coaches in professional football. And it just is what it is. And so, but it's outstanding to see people compete at that level. And very few people get to that point. You know, I never played sports, unfortunately, in high school or college, and I wish I would have. I don't have regrets in life. I don't regret marrying my first no good son of a gun husband. I don't regret, you know, a lot of things. But the one thing I do regret in life is I never played any sport. Now, I did, like, you know, karate, but I'm talking about as far as like being like volleyball, for example. I think I would have been exceptional with volleyball. I'm 5'10", you know, I was tall, I was strong. I really could have done a great job, and I just didn't. And my high school had a great volleyball team, and I really wish I would have done it, but it's neither here nor there. The point is this, guys. Where do you operate at your optimum best? You know, for some of you all, it's your profession. You know, everybody's throwing around the word GOAT, like Jordan is the GOAT. No, LeBron is the GOAT. And it's so funny because my husband, let me tell you, he is like one of a kind, because he does not watch sports at all. Most of the time, I'm telling you, if he's watching sports, it's because of the halftime show and somebody's rocking out, okay? Because my husband's he's a musician. He does so much. But so he's totally not a sports person. So he's riding with me one day, and on sports radio, they were discussing who is the GOAT. And my husband's like, "Angela, why are they talking about a GOAT?" I said, "Boo, GOAT stands for greatest of all time." And people, they were just debating if it's Michael Jordan or if it's LeBron James. And to me, that's like comparing apples and oranges. You know, it's just, you just can't do it. But, so anywho, but my question is to you is, what are you the GOAT in? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's okay to know that you're the GOAT in it. And then I think about people like entertainers who to me were the GOAT. Like, for example, Michael Jackson. Now look, I don't know with a shadow of a doubt, but there's a lot of issues pertaining to him and his personal life and all of that. Aside from that, though, when that man would hit that stage, it would literally bring tears to your eyes, like, because he was functioning at his optimum best when he was on stage, especially back in the day. You understand? I'm talking about vintage Mike, right? Michael Jackson. Then I think about Michael Jordan when he was out there in his prime with the Bulls, you know what I'm saying, winning all those championships. And he would go up there for a layup, and it's like looked like he was flying through the air. It would bring tears to your eyes, you know, because he was operating as a GOAT. You know, I think about people like Serena Williams. I think about even people like Michelle Obama. To me, she's the GOAT. She's a GOAT. She's the greatest of all time in what she did. Maya Angelou, to me, as far as a poet and a writer, to me, one of the greatest of all time. And so I'm asking you, where are you the GOAT in? The greatest of all time? Or have you even reached that pinnacle yet? I remember watching sometimes when my brothers used to run track, and I would love watching them run track. It's so beautiful. Track and field literally is one of my, if not the favorite, my favorite sport to watch, particularly the women. I mean to tell you, I love it because, first of all, their bodies is like an instrument. Their bodies are just beautiful, work of art. And when I say beautiful, I'm not saying it in like a sexual way. I mean, because, so amazing to see people who have trained and disciplined their bodies to the point where they can run like they run. And I'm telling you, when that gun goes off for them to run that race, oh my God, it's just beautiful to watch. So when my brothers, when they used to run track, it was like beautiful. It was almost like a melody was being played. You could just run, whoo, 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 And so, where do you the GOAT at? Then I started thinking about myself, right? And I was like, I'm good at a lot of things, and it's okay to admit that you are. And that's not being braggadocious, but I'm like, I'm really a GOAT at being a great mother to my children, a good homemaker to the home, and a great wife to my husband. Now, and could I do better as far as being with the children, not raising my voice as much, of course. Could I do better as far as being a little bit more patient with my husband and catering more to his love language? Of course. But when I think about it from a personal perspective, it's like I am the GOAT when it comes to my home. And I'm proud of that. We live in a time where everybody's, it's like you almost sometimes feel ashamed to admit when you're good at something, but it's okay. If you're a GOAT at that, that's wonderful. Another area that I think I'm a GOAT in, or I'm striving to be, is I can see how to help and make other things great. Whether it's a situation, a person, or what have you. See, when you recognize and know your strengths, when you know your purpose, you're not going to abuse it. You're not going to waste time. Now think about Jesus. When he knew his purpose on earth. He knew his time was short. So he did not waste it. You understand? So when you know your purpose, when you know, look, this is what I'm good at. I admire doctors today who, they're young, they get out of medical school and they know they're good at whatever field they studied. You're an attorney. You're good at that. You're a teacher. You're a GOAT in teaching. It's like a pride that you get within yourself. And guys, it's okay to know you're the GOAT in something. Matter of fact, we should strive to be the best, the greatest in all time. Not more so. We're not striving more so that we can get accolades and all that. I mean, that's going to come with it. But you do it. I believe we should do it because we want to give God glory, right? So if God gave me these children, gave me a husband, gave me a home right now, and if I'm in the season of being a homemaker and a stay-home mom, then why not be a GOAT at that? If this is your season where you are unmarried, you're single, why not be the greatest of all time in what you can focus in on? I mean, just because you're single doesn't mean you can still gotta walk around sad, pitiful, looking all some kind of way. I mean, come on, step your game up, If you are a teacher, be a GOAT. Be the greatest teacher of all times. If you are a trash truck driver, be a GOAT at that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I admire when I see the men who drive the trash trucks. Just because you're driving a trash truck doesn't mean you have to look all crazy and not groom yourself. I see some of these men driving these trash trucks. Their hair is groomed. They got fresh cut, lined around the lines. Their beards look good. I mean, their shirts that they wear are ironed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you are not what you do. Just because you drive a trash truck, first of all, that's an admirable and respectable job. Second of all, if people can't respect you for that, you don't want to be around them anyway, because if it wasn't for you picking up the trash, it'll be a real bad, funky, terrible situation we will be in. So that's why it just gets me how sometimes people can be so discriminatory about someone's profession. If you clean a building, thank you for cleaning that building and be a GOAT at cleaning that building. You know what I'm saying? Just because you running a floor buffer, have your shirt ironed, have your trousers ironed. Have a fresh haircut, look look and smell good. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a GOAT at it. And then you move on. Then you move on to the next job. Whatever season you in, be a GOAT at it. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I'm learning and learning really and embracing it. And I enjoy it. And so I want to ask you, what are you a GOAT at? Right now, you might feel like you might be a new mom and you're just like, this sucks. This is not what I signed up for. Right now, while that kid is young, and I know it seems like it's going to be forever where they're going to be sucking on your breast and you're going to be changing Pampers, but be a GOAT at that season. Be the greatest of all time right now, because it's not going to last forever. Trust me. Take it from someone who went through postpartum depression and felt as though this baby phase is going to last forever. If you are a dog walker, be a GOAT at it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your profession is, be the greatest of all time while you're in that season. When you're even talking to people, even if you're just like at the library and you kick up a conversation with someone, be a GOAT in that conversation. Let somebody leave your presence feeling like, wow, I'm a better person having talked to them. That's all I'm saying. When you're in a grocery store in line, be a GOAT. Be the greatest customer of all time. Make that person feel good. Call them by their name. Like when I go to Food Lion or Walmart or Publix or Harris Teeter, I always look down at the person's name anyway to see who I'm talking to, and I always address them by their name. You know what I'm saying? These things like that. If you are a banker, be a GOAT at your banking. You see? Because everything we do is important. No one is better than the other. Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, President Barack Obama, Maya Angelou, George Washington Carver. All of these people were a GOAT in something and are. And the same goes for you too. Be a GOAT at it. I just wanted to talk about that because it's like, we get so caught up in everything till we don't look at our own selves and say, wait a minute, I'm a GOAT. But look, you all, I'm so glad you all joined me. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast. And I hope to talk to you very soon. Be blessed. Bye-bye.